Have you ever met someone who walked away? But no matter what they do, no one ever feels quite like you. It's strange, isn't it? How some connections leave a mark so deep that even time, distance, or new faces can't erase it. Psychologists say, when two people share a bond built on emotional depth and mutual imprinting, the mind creates what's called a unique emotional signature. It means no matter how many people they meet afterward, their brain subconsciously compares everyone to you. And that's why, even if they seem fine on the surface, something in them quietly misses what only you could bring. In this video, you'll discover 7 sweet signs that prove they can't replace you, no matter what. These signs go beyond simple attraction or nostalgia. They reveal the psychological traces your presence left in their emotions, their habits, even their decisions. So stay till the end, because the last 2 signs are the most subtle, yet the most powerful. They'll show you the difference between being remembered and being irreplaceable. Welcome to Psychology Zone, where we uncover the hidden layers of human emotion and connection. If you're passionate about understanding people and yourself, hit subscribe and join our growing family. Now let's dive in. Sign 1, they still seek your opinion. Before we uncover the deeper signs, let's pause for a moment and look at something subtle yet powerful. Have you ever noticed someone who no longer needs to ask you for advice, but still does? Maybe they text you about small things, like what color suits them, or big ones like a career move. They could easily ask anyone else, yet somehow they still come to you. That's not just habit, that's emotional trust. It shows that in their mind, your perspective still carries weight. Even if your relationship has shifted, your voice still echoes inside their decision-making process. Psychologists call this emotional referencing. A pattern where a person subconsciously seeks reassurance from someone they emotionally relied on in the past. It's not about logic, it's about comfort. Your opinion represents stability, something familiar in a world that keeps changing. And here's the deeper truth. When someone values your input long after the bond has changed, it means they haven't emotionally detached from how you make them feel. They may not say it aloud, but every time they reach out, they're silently saying, "I still trust you to help me see clearly." That kind of trust isn't built overnight, and it isn't replaced easily, because what they really miss isn't just your opinion, it's the feeling of being understood by you. Sign 2, they honor your inside jokes and memories. Now, before we dive any deeper, think about this for a second. Have you ever heard someone repeat a small joke or phrase that only you two ever used? It could be a random word that made you both laugh once, or a story that no one else would ever find funny, except the two of you. They might mention it casually in a text, or drop it in a conversation like it means nothing. But to you, it says everything. Those tiny callbacks aren't accidents. They're emotional bookmarks, reminders of moments that shaped your bond. When someone keeps those memories alive, it means they still carry the emotional comfort those moments gave them. Psychologically, this is called emotional encoding. The brain attaches feelings to shared experiences, and revisiting them reactivates the same emotions: warmth, laughter, closeness. So when they bring up those inside jokes, they're subconsciously reliving how it felt to be with you. And notice, they don't share those jokes with anyone else, because they know, deep down, no one else would understand them the same way. That's the quiet beauty of shared memories. They belong only to the two of you. When someone keeps honoring those little moments, it's not just nostalgia. It's a soft confession that what you built together can't be recreated with anyone new. Sign 3, they show vulnerability with you. Before we move into the next sign, ask yourself this. Have you ever noticed how some people act strong around everyone, but the moment they're with you, that wall quietly drops? They talk about things they never share with others. Their fears, regrets, insecurities, or even their past mistakes. It's not because they enjoy feeling exposed. It's because something about your presence makes them feel safe. When someone lets you see the parts they hide from the world, that's not weakness. That's emotional trust at its highest form. Psychologists say vulnerability is the foundation of deep human bonding. It's a sign their nervous system recognizes you as secure space. With others, they might wear masks, staying composed, guarded, and careful. But with you, they don't have to perform. They can be messy, honest, and real. That raw comfort is rare. It's not something you can just replace with a new connection. Because here's the truth, vulnerability creates emotional imprinting. When someone has felt that level of safety with you, every other bond will be compared to the peace they felt in your presence. And that's why, even if they walk away, they'll always remember the one person who saw their unfiltered self and stayed. Sign 4, they bring you into their big decisions. Before we move further, think about this for a moment. Have you ever noticed someone who still asks for your opinion when life gets serious? It could be about a job change, a family issue, or even something as simple as buying a car. They don't just inform you, they involve you, because deep down your perspective shapes how they see the world. When someone brings you into their big decisions, it shows you're more than just a passing thought. You're part of their emotional logic. They trust your judgment not because you're always right, but because they feel balanced when you're part of the process. Psychologists call this relational anchoring. It means someone's mind has learned to find clarity through your presence. Your voice becomes the compass they turn to when life feels uncertain. And the truth is, inclusion always means importance. If they imagine the future and naturally place you somewhere in it, that's not a random choice. It's a sign you hold a space no one else can fill. Sign 5. They defend or protect what you represent. Before we explore the next part, think about this. Have you ever heard someone defend a belief, an idea, or a habit that used to come from you? Maybe they quote something you once said, or take a stand that sounds strangely familiar. They might not mention your name, but you can feel your influence behind their words. It's as if a piece of your mindset still lives in how they see the world. That's not coincidence, that's emotional imprint. When someone truly values you, they also absorb what you stand for. Your values, your principles, your quiet way of handling things all become part of their emotional DNA. Psychologists say this happens when a person experiences value resonance, a deep psychological alignment that shapes their thinking long after contact ends. It means your presence didn't just touch their heart, it shifted their perspective. So when they defend what you represent, even when you're not around, it's their way of protecting the part of themselves that you helped build. Someone new might enter their life, but they won't connect to that same wavelength. Because what you gave them wasn't borrowed. It became part of who they are. Sign 6. Their behavior softens when you're around. Before we move on, let's pause and notice something subtle. Have you ever seen someone's entire energy change the moment you walk into the room? Maybe their voice gets lighter, their tone softer. Their guard quietly disappears. They might smile more, joke a little, or simply seem calmer, like your presence brings peace they didn't know they needed. That shift isn't random. It's emotional chemistry. When someone's behavior softens around you, it means their nervous system recognizes safety. They don't need to prove anything, impress anyone, or wear a mask. With you, they can simply be. Psychologists call this authentic regulation, when a person's emotional state naturally balances in the presence of someone they trust. It's not always visible in words, but you can feel it in their tone, their eyes, the way they exhale after seeing you. It's like their body says, "Finally, I can rest." And that kind of comfort can't be copied easily. No matter how many people they meet, they'll sense the difference. Because real connection isn't built on excitement, it's built on ease. When their energy softens with you, it's not just affection. It's their soul remembering where it feels most at home. Sign 7, they have moments where they miss you, even when you're present. Before we get into this last sign, think about this feeling for a second. Have you ever looked at someone who was right beside you and still felt a strange kind of longing? It's that quiet ache that appears in the middle of closeness, as if your soul suddenly realizes how much the moment means. When someone feels that way about you, it's a powerful signal of depth. They might go silent for a second, or look at you like they're memorizing your face. It's not sadness, it's awareness. They know, even without words, that moments with you don't come twice. Psychologists call this emotional presence awareness. When a person becomes hyper-aware of what they'd lose if you weren't there, it happens only when the bond is rooted in emotional familiarity and meaning. They're not missing you because you're gone. They're missing you because they already know how hard it would be to replace you. That paradox, feeling your absence while you're right there, is proof that your connection exists on a level beyond logic or distance. And when someone feels that, no one new can ever truly fill your space. So, which one of these signs did you recognize in your own life? Was it the way someone still seeks your opinion? Or maybe how their energy softens when you're around? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments. I'd love to know what resonated most with you. If this video opened your eyes or made you think about someone special, take a moment to hit like and subscribe to our channel, Psychology Zone, for more deep insights into human emotions, hidden connections, and the psychology of love. And remember, being truly irreplaceable has never been about being perfect. It's about being authentically you, because the right people will always feel the difference. And that's something no one else can ever duplicate.